Foundations of Math 2, order of operations. All right, so we're going to simplify these expressions using order of operations. Parentheses, exponent, multiplication and division, left to right, addition and subtraction, left to right. This is like a hierarchy. You need to simplify everything with parentheses first, then anything that has an exponent. Multiplication and division, you're going to read your problem from left to right and do it in the order that it is found. So if division is the first thing in the problem, then you're going to do that first. Same with addition and subtraction. After you've simplified your multiplication and division, you're going to read your problem from left to right and do it in the order that it is found. So if subtraction is found first, you'll do the subtraction first. If it's addition, then you'll do the addition. So on and so forth. So we're just going to go through a few of these. 13 minus 12 times 4 plus 18. We have no parentheses, no exponents. So I'm going to look for multiplication and division. I have multiplication first. I have negative 12 times 4. Negative 12 times 4 is negative 48. So now I'm going to copy down the rest of my problem. 13 minus 48 plus 18. No more multiplication and division, so I'm going to look at my addition and subtraction and go left to right. 13 minus 48 plus 18. So 13 minus 48 is going to be my next thing, because that's addition and subtraction left to right is negative 35. And then plus my 18. Negative 35 plus 18 is negative 17. Now, you can do this by hand, you can do it with a calculator, but knowing the order of operations is crucial. Okay? It is a big deal. It makes a huge difference, because if you just said 13 minus 12, you get 1 times 4 is 4, and then plus 18 is 22. So do you see how that's so different? Me having $22 and me owing someone 17 are two completely different things. So please be careful with your order of operations. 14 plus 10 divided by 2 times 6. No parentheses, no multiplication and division. So from left to right, the first thing I find is the division. So first is 10 divided by 2, which is 5. So I'm going to copy down the rest of my problem. 14 plus 5 times 6. Again, multiplication and division. I'm going to do my multiplication first. 5 times 6 is 30. So now 14 plus 30 is 44. Whereas if I had done 14 plus 10, well, that's 24. 24 divided by 2 is 12. And 12 times 6 is 72. So that is very different than 44. Be careful. This one, parentheses, 16 plus 3. And since I have two different sets of parentheses, I'm going to do that both in one step. 16 plus 3 is 19. Once you've done what's in the parentheses, you can drop them. Plus 15 divided by 5 is 3. And then 19 plus 3 is 22. Now, the parenthesis has a little more going on, so I'm going to start with what's inside the parenthesis. When there's more inside of it, you're going to start back over. So once you're in the parentheses, then you go back to PEMDAS. No parentheses inside the parentheses, so I'm just ignoring the outside part. No exponents, no multiplication and division, so I'm doing addition and subtraction from left to right. So from left to right, that puts the 10 plus 32 as first. 10 plus 32 is 42. Copying down the rest of my problem. Can't drop my parentheses yet because I'm not completely done with everything inside there. 42 minus 2 is my next part. I have to finish my parentheses. So that's 40. I can drop it now that they're done. 40 divided by 8 is 5. The next one, 15 plus 7 times 10 plus 3 minus 5. Parentheses first. So since I have two different parentheses, I can do that in one step. 15 plus 7 is 22. That's it with that parentheses, so I can drop it. 10 plus 3 is 13. Now, no parentheses, no exponents. Multiplication and division comes next. I only have one of those. I have multiplication. 22 times 13. So I'm going to go over here and do that out. 22 times 13, 3 times 2 is 6, 3 times 2 is 6. Bring my 0 for my tens place. 1 times 2 is 2, 1 times 2 is 2. Add those together. 6, 8, 2. So I have 286 minus 5. Subtract your 5 and you get 281. The next one. Again, I have more going on inside my parentheses. So I'm going to do my parentheses and ignore the rest. So no more parentheses inside of them, no exponents, no multiplication and division. I'm looking at addition and subtraction from left to right. So 11 plus 43 goes first. 11 plus 43 is 54. I'm copying down the rest. Finishing my parentheses. Get 50. I can drop my parentheses because I'm done with them. 50 divided by 4, if you don't know what that is, it's a decimal and that's okay, is 4 goes into 5 one time. 1 times 4 is 4. You have 1. Bring down your 0. 4 goes into 10 twice. 2 times 4 is 8. And you have a 2 remainder. Don't write it as a remainder. We're going to keep going. Keep going. You add a decimal and a 0. That decimal just translates right up where, right above it. 4 goes into 20 5 times. 5 times 4 is 20. Now I have a 0. So 50 divided by 4 is 12.5. 12.5 plus 6 is 18.5. 3 more. 4 times 12 times 3 plus 4 squared minus 4. So inside my parentheses first. Now I don't have any other parentheses, but I do have an exponent. So this needs to get simplified first. So I have 4 times 12 times 3. 4 squared is 4 times 4, which is 16. Now I'm still looking inside my parentheses. Now I've done my exponents. I need to do multiplication and division next. So 12 times 3 is the next thing. So I have 4 times 12 times 3 is 36. Now finishing out my parentheses, 36 plus 16. 6 plus 6 is 12. 3 plus 1 is 4, plus 1, so I have to carry the 1, plus 1 is 5. So I have 52. So 4 times 52 minus 4. Again, order of operations, multiplication comes before subtraction. So I have to do 4 times 52. 4 times 2 is 8. 4 times 5 is 20. So you get 208. And then subtract your 4, and you get 204. The next one, parentheses first. So my parentheses, I'm going to start here. I'm just going to do this one first. 10 plus 4 is 14. I can drop my parentheses because it's not negative. Just in case, just for good practice, is to leave those parentheses there. Now, because this is still in parentheses, I can go ahead and square this. 14 squared is 14 times 14. I do want you, and we'll get to this soon, but I do want you to know your perfect squares up to 15. So you should know what 14 times 14 is, but just to remind you, we'll go ahead and do that out. 4 times 4 is 16. 4 times 1 is 4, plus 1 is 5. Bring your 0. 1 times 4 is 4. 1 times 1 is 1. Add those together. 6, 9, 1. So you have 196 there. Plus, now I'm going to look in this parenthesis. So inside the parentheses, division comes before subtraction. So negative 20 divided by 4 is negative 5. finish out my parentheses. 7 minus 5 is 2. 196 plus 2 is 198. And then the last one. 13 minus 5 times 9 plus 6, that's 7 squared. So parentheses first. These are two separate, so I can go ahead and do those in the same step. 13 minus 5 is 8. 9 plus 6 is 15. Next comes exponents, so this comes next. Leave my 8 times 15. 7 squared, 7 times 7 is 49. Now multiplication comes before subtraction, so I'm going to do 8 times 15. 5 times 8 is 40. 8 times 1 is 8 plus 4 is 12. So you have 120 there. And then 120 minus 49. So I can't subtract 9 from 0, so I have to borrow here. 11, 10. 10 minus 9 is 1. Now I have 11 minus 4, which is 7. So my answer is 71.